On July 16th, my daughter, Imani Roberson, had dinner at her home with her toddler and newborn, as they stated. For context, she lives 2 streets away and visits almost daily. She typically takes Troop Smith Road or Highway 212 between our 2 subdivisions. She left my home about 5:30 on Sunday evening after we had dinner, en route to her home with her 2 children, and has not been seen since.
This is Love Hurts. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell for future content. 29-year-old Imani Roberson was described by family as a very dedicated mother who loved her children. On the evening of July 16, 2023, Imani and her 4 children had dinner at her mother's home in Conyers, Georgia. Imani left at about 5:30 p.m., leaving her 2 older kids behind and taking the 2 smaller children with her. The next day, on July 17th, Imani's mother tried to call her, but she did not get any response. After going by her daughter's house to look for her, she was unable to find her daughter, and she filed a missing persons report.
Imani loves her children. I know she would never leave her children or myself. Please help me reunite these babies with their mother.
Clarine Andahar White says she hasn't seen her daughter, Imani Roberson, since they had dinner together on July 16th. She says Roberson was headed to the house she shares with her husband and 4 children just a few streets away. White filed a missing person report on the 17th, and police searched Roberson's home 2 days later.
This led us to the city of Atlanta and South Fulton County.
That's where Roberson's vehicle was found burned on the 27th on a property off Camp Creek Parkway near Union Road in South Fulton. These pictures were shared with 11 Alive by Roberson's dad. The car was towed from the scene, but the charred remains are still scattered around on the red dirt, including the Mazda logo off Roberson's white SUV. Now, he also shared video from Roberson's neighbor's Ring doorbell from the evening she went missing. The video is grainy, but her father said it's what you hear that makes him believe Roberson is no longer alive. Now, in the video, you see an insect flying in front of the camera. Then seconds later, you hear a loud noise. Her father claims it was a gunshot. 11 Alive can't confirm that, but in the video, right after the loud noise, Roberson's father says her SUV is seen backing out of the driveway and speeding off. At a press conference Wednesday morning, Rockdale County Sheriff Eric Levitt shared that when Roberson left her mother's home, she had 2 of her children with her. Levitt says all 4 children now are fine, but wouldn't give any other details. Levitt says his office is working with GBI, GSP, Atlanta Police, and a number of cadaver dog organizations.
We're going to find out what happened to her, and someone is going to answer.
Anyone who thinks they may have seen her or the car, please, there is no detail too small. We really need your help.
Sheriff Levitt says this is still a very active investigation, and if you have any information, please contact the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office.
Today is a very difficult day.
Imani Roberson's mom and dad,
for our family, especially the mother and the father,
now know what happened to their daughter.
When I couldn't reach Imani almost 3 weeks ago, I knew something was wrong. Late last night, my worst fears were confirmed, and our family is devastated.
Imani's mom, Clarine Andahar White, knew something wasn't right when she didn't hear from her daughter. Imani and her 4 kids went to her mom's for dinner in Conyers on July 16th. Her 2 oldest stayed with Clarine, while Imani took her 3-year-old and 1-month-old home with her. But when Clarine didn't hear from her daughter the next day, she knew she had to call for help. That's when Rockdale County Sheriff's Office started investigating.
And it was clear that foul play was evident in the disappearance of Imani.
On July 19th, 3 days after she was last seen, the Sheriff's Office found Imani's car, torched, in South Fulton County. Yesterday, they found Imani's body. just a couple miles from her car. And they found the suspect here at City Central Apartments in Atlanta. The sheriff's office arrested and charged Imani's husband, Donnell Anderson, with multiple charges, including felony murder, malice murder, and aggravated assault.
And I can assure you that another arrest will be made.
Imani's family knows the pain isn't over.
We thank you for your continued prayers and support as we work to care for Imani's beautiful boys without a mother.
Their daughter is gone.
So I said my goodbyes to my daughter yesterday. And I told her, I promised her when I laid there with Royal, that we will work with whoever we have to, and all people that's involved will be held accountable.
Hand in hand, the family tearfully thanked law enforcement for helping them get answers.
Thank you. Thank you. It's not the news that we wanted, but I'm happy that we can hold them accountable.
Knowing now what they most feared. In Rockdale.
Now, this story is still very active and developing every moment, but what we know so far is that Imani's husband, Donnell Anderson, has been charged in connection with her murder and disappearance. Investigators did search several homes, including Imani's home. They also searched her car and cell phone. They did find her blood in the home that she shared with her husband. So far, Donnell's charges include felony murder, malice murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm in commission of a crime. More can be added. Just depends on what information comes out as the case moves forward. There are just so many unanswered questions with this case. I'm sure there's a lot more information that's going to come out, but we don't know if she was in a domestic abuse situation. We don't know if she was going to be leaving her husband. We don't know if they were separated. There's just so many questions that are unanswered at this point, but we definitely want to keep Imani and her family, especially her children, in our prayers. It's absolutely heartbreaking, and I hope that they are able to get justice. If you are experiencing domestic violence in your relationship, please get out. Use the quickest, safest way possible and do not turn back. Turning back can cost you your life. Stay safe, loves, and don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell.